I believe in me.
I believe in me.
I believe in you.
I believe in you.
Stand strong. You are powerful.
Stand strong. You are inspiring.
We are fighters. We are ambitious.
We are extraordinary. We are conquerors. Simply Straight Talk, our voices will be heard.
This is Simply Straight Talk. Tune in now, you don't want to miss out. Real conversation, plenty motivation. Keep you thinking and still entertaining. Yeah, I know that you'll enjoy the mottos. Free your voice, it's your choice. Hosted by Reggie B, but you already know. And you gotta check them out and how we roll. Hey, ain't nothing off the table. Give it to you straight. Changing your mindset, talking past mistakes. You ain't gotta wait, time to take off. This is Simply Straight Talk.
I'm Melissa, and this is the Simply Straight Talk podcast, where we engage in solution-based conversations with tips on how to overcome and move past the challenges and struggles we face in life. So join in, and let's show the world you got what it takes. It's showtime. Let's hop on this train of motivation.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Simply Straight Talk podcast. This your man, Reggie. Listen, just want to talk to everybody today, but I got to give a shout out and thanks to all of our listeners. Thank you to everybody for tuning in on Amazon. I see it. I see you. So for all our Amazon listeners, man, people checking us out on Amazon, I really appreciate it. And I hope you continue to enjoy the content, as well as thank you, Amazon, man, for putting us on the platform. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you. So I just want to say, like, today we're going to talk about sex for likes and follows. And I had to talk about this because I'm just seeing that this is becoming a trend. And I think it's becoming a trend that's not only is it dangerous, but I feel like people are so hype on the fact that they gotta have likes, they gotta have follows, they gotta get their likes and follows up. And you got people out there who are making really great content, man. I remember some of the people when they first started out on YouTube, and they're some of the, more popular YouTubers now, like some of the women really just had some really great content, and they did not need to resort to sex. They didn't need to resort to wearing skimpy, half-naked outfits or none of that, because the material that they was putting out was really funny. Like, I really enjoyed their content. But now it's like a lot of them have turned to just sex. Everything is about, oh, we're going to make a funny video about twerking, and everybody's wearing booty shorts shorter than the normal booty shorts. Everything is about sex. Everything is about bending over in front of a guy. Everything is just sexual. Now, I get it, okay? You want to be popular on social media. The more popular your social media platform is, the more money you can bring in from YouTube or whatever platform you're using. But the thing about it is, I think a lot of people have really great content. And when they do switch over to the platform of, I got to be more sexual. I got to be more sexual. If I be more sexual, I'm going to get more likes. Yeah, you're going to get more likes. You're going to get more follows. But your content is going to attract an audience that I find that most people start to complain about. Like, why do I have all these perverts in here? Why do people now only see me for sex? It's like, oh, I didn't wear this, I didn't wear that. Because that's what you switch your market to. That's what you changed over to. So now you're complaining about it. But that's the target audience that you're going for. Because you simply want numbers. You don't want to keep putting out quality content. So you resorted to sexual content, which means you attracted an audience that's looking for sexual material. You've attracted a fetish audience. Basically is what you've done. You are attracting people who have a fetish for seeing certain things. And that's your audience now. So yeah, your numbers may go up, but it's going to sort of devalue your product. Like I see people who will, especially this, I see this a lot on Facebook. People will actually say, oh, I'm selling these t-shirts. I'm selling, these candles, they're selling some type of product, but all of that videos that they're advertising to get people to look at their products are sexual. Like there's one lady, she actually does pictures to where she's bent over in a thong and her hands touching the ground with her back end facing the camera. That's the picture she used to get people to click on to go to her product. And I guarantee you, a lot of people will click on it and click right off when they see that you're trying to sell something. If you don't have confidence in your product, then you might want to work on your product to make sure that the product that you're offering is something that's in demand, something that people are going to want to buy. Because you think that by being more sexual that you're going to attract an audience that's targeted towards what you're selling. But the truth is, that's not what you're doing. You're attracting the opposite. Because people who may be interested in your product, they're not going to want to buy it. Because they're going to see your product as either they're going to see you as just being a fraud and clickbait. So they're not going to want to even deal with what you're offering. So that's why you got to be careful about how you are marketing yourself. The fact that you want to use your body to sell. And it's not just women, because it just irks me that it seems like now, like you got more men who are coming on social media, and it's like every time they got to advertise something, they got to take their shirt off. I'm like, serious? You got to take your shirt off for every single thing? First off, as a man, I don't want to see you with your shirt off. I don't care. Okay. So I don't want to see you with your shirt off, but it's just getting a little bit ridiculous that, people are going so far as to exploit their own bodies, just to get likes and follows from people who really don't care about you. And you have to think about the fact of, what if what you're doing doesn't work out and you decide that you want to go back into the corporate world where your social media is out there? You don't think that people can take pictures of what you're, of the stuff? They can screenshot the stuff you're doing, and then they can simply send it out to everybody. So by the time you decide that you want to, maybe go back to the corporate world or start working in this job, your photo's out there. Your booty's out there. Your breasts are out there. For men, your penis out there. Whatever you're putting out is out there for other people to see. You have to have faith and confidence in the content that you're creating. If you don't have faith and confidence in what you are creating, then you take some time to really just sort of hone your craft. Take some time to really figure out, like, what is your skill set? Because when you start resorting to sex, thinking that sexual poses, dressing more sexual, and with as little clothes as possible is going to make you more appealing or make what you're offering more appealing, I think you're wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's going to boost your ego if you post a picture with you being half naked and you're getting, 100 or a couple thousand likes. You're going to feel like, whoo, look at me. But then again, look at you. Because do you not value yourself enough that you don't need, fake likes and fake followers from people who don't know you, people who don't care about you, who only want to see you exploit yourself even more? I mean, the fact that you're exploiting yourself so much just to get likes and follows. So what happens when you wearing short shorts and a halter top is not enough? What do you do then? I mean, how far are you willing to go as far as stripping down your clothing to get more likes? And the same thing for the men. How far are you willing to go? Because now you see people doing things and they're bringing their children into it. And they're actually filming this stuff. Think about recently there was a lady who was on the stripper pole. She was in a 2-piece bikini And then she had her daughter in a single piece bikini. Like I say, she's maybe 2 years old. And she had her daughter climbing up the pole. Then she gets on the pole, flips over, spread her legs, tells her daughter to sit on her as she's coming down the pole. Now, you may say, oh, well, it's just innocent. She's probably just playing around. But think of what that is doing to that child. Think of the image of how that child sees that. When that child goes out to maybe to the nursery or she goes to daycare and there's a pole somewhere and she's flipping up and down on the pole, coming down. And she's telling somebody, oh, sit right here. Sit between my legs. You see, you got to be careful about the images and the positions and the things that you're doing and how it's going to influence your kids, especially young kids, because they're so easily influenced. And there is so much out there right now that's easily accessible to them. Why are you putting it in the home? I don't understand that. And this had to be about a year ago. I did a video on YouTube about this lady who was in the bathroom and she was bent over. She pulled her pants down and she had on the G-string. And she was telling the little boys who was like maybe anywhere from like 5 to 10 years old to slap her booty. And they were slapping her booty in the bathroom. But then there was a second video that a lot of people didn't see, to where she was actually like the little boys was kissing her booty because she pulled her pants down. But this is what I'm talking about. This is the thing that really gets me as to how far people will go to get likes and follows. Even some of the stupid acts that people will perform just to get people to like their stuff so they can go viral. You want 15 minutes of fame, but you feel you have to degrade yourself to get that 15 minutes of fame? Is it really necessary for you to put your body out there? But then you wonder why when you go to meet somebody and men and women have a perception of you that you don't agree with. You say, well, that's not me. I just did. But yeah, but look, the whole world has seen that. That is you. How far are you willing to go for likes and follows? And I hear content creators say it all the time, and you even see posts about it where people are saying, you know what? I posted something about self-care. I posted something about being healthy, fitness, and everything I'm doing it in a way that's positive. But yet it only gets maybe 50 views, maybe 100 views. But yet if I were to post some type of pornographic or some type of sexual content, all of a sudden, now I'm getting thousands of views because everybody's clicking on it. But when you post something that's actually meant to help people, about life lessons, about real life, things that people can actually listen to and grow from, they don't want to do it. They'd rather dedicate their mind to just stupidity. And that's why a lot of people do it. Now, I posted something a while ago about, people actually doing more things for likes. And somebody said, well, I can understand it. I can't. I really can't. I can understand somebody spending money on advertising to create videos, to help market their stuff, but it's actually centered around the content that they are trying to offer. But people who are just doing more sexual explicit acts and things just to get likes, I don't understand it. Like there's one lady, she's a very beautiful woman. Now, when she does workouts and she like to show workout exercises. But the thing about it is all of her workout videos just about is her bending over or showing her butt. Like the camera's up close to her butt. It's almost like she's doing a squat and she's gonna sit on your face. That's how she does her videos. But then you can't complain when you get perverted people jumping in on your videos. I mean, I just don't understand it. Like, I don't understand why people feel the need to just go that route. Like, I see so many people, man, with just really great content when they start out. And my thing is like, stick with it. Just stick with what you're doing. Don't feel like you have to put yourself out there in a way to where you're exposing yourself physically just so people will like your content. Create good quality content that people can grow and learn from. Don't feel like you got to make everything centered around sex because it will change your audience. It will change your audience. You know, some people we all know that Hooters is a restaurant, but we know why most guys go to Hooters, right? Because Hooters intentionally hires women with breasts. They like women with big breasts, tight outfits, and they like to put them in them little booty shorts. So we know what Hooters is about. But you know that some family say I'm not really a Hooters person. I don't want to take my kids to Hooters. I don't want to go to Hooters because they don't, even though that's not their intent, but that's the impression people get when you think about Hooters. You don't think about the food. You think about the women with the breasts and the booty shorts on because that's their waitress dress uniform. So you have to think about that when you are putting content out there, how people are now perceiving you. Do they perceive you as someone who's skillful and has quality content, or are they perceiving you as someone who's based their content all on sexuality? You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to go hard in on this when I come back. I just wanted to pull you in, but I'm about to go hard when I come back now. All right? So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the Simply Straight Talk podcast.
Free your mind, free your voice right here on Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, are you looking for some great music, upbeat and with a positive voice? Well, the song I Stand With You is exactly what you need. This timeless song has a pop version sung by Audrey Carmel. And a reggae version sung by General Steele, now known as Revelation.
Now I know some days you may feel blue, Lord. Trust in your greatness to see you through.
These songs are now available on iTunes and other digital platforms for download. Don't miss out. Get your copy today.
Give life your best, and I know.
We hope you're enjoying the show. As our listeners, this show is made possible because of your support. Make sure you click the subscribe button and leave a comment. Thank you for being a part of the show, and now back to your host, Reggie Maddox.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back. We are going to continue the topic of today's show. Sex! I said sex! For likes and follow. That's right. That's the topic of today's show. Now, listen. I'm not here trying to hate on nobody because I know everybody gonna do what they do. So for people out there saying, oh, he just being a hater. No, man, I'm not being a hater. I just care about people. And I want people to really think about the things that you do. And yes, like I said earlier, I get it. It's gotta make you feel good and stroke your ego a little bit. When you feel like you post something and you're just seeing 100 or 200 and 500 people click on it. I know that feeling. It's a good feeling because you feel like, ooh, people like what I'm doing. No, they don't like what they're doing. They sitting there fantasizing about you. Be it male or female, whoever you got. If you got a bunch of women followers and you posted a bunch of pics, chest lists and all this, they're not following you because of your content. Well, technically they are, but they're really following you because of the sexual aspect. And the same thing for women. You probably got a lot of guys out there following you because they know when you're posting pictures and you're posting videos of you doing sexual stuff, and it's like, oh, everybody like it. Look at all these people following me. And you know, because let me tell you something. Y'all all know the story. I done told y'all before. I done been to a strip club a time or 2 or 3 or 10, you know. But the thing about it is this. There's a woman, okay, and she's a singer, okay? You know, Miss Michelle Ray, she do her little singing. And the thing about it is, she even made a comment on her social media that, you know, because she's a stripper, but she really wants to get into the music industry. She really wants to become a mainstream singer. So she writes and does her own music. But here's the thing. Even she said on her social media that when I post stuff with me in the strip club, doing all the stuff with the girls, dancing and all that, cutting up, I get 100 likes. If she goes live while she's in the back room of the stripper club and everybody getting dressed, she get likes after likes after likes and everybody joining her live. But when she posts stuff of her singing or she try to promote her music stuff, it ain't the same. She ain't getting the same love. That's because you will attract an audience that's not there for what you are really trying to do. And oftentimes people say, well, you know what? I'm just going to create a separate social media account. This account is going to be for my singing or my dancing or my music, or that's the same thing as singing, or my candle making or whatever I'm making, whatever product I'm trying to offer. But then I keep this other site where I can still do my sexual stuff and I just tell people to go over there, you know? But here's the thing. Once you become known and once that becomes your like sort of stigma, like you're stuck with the fact that you post sexual pics, you know, you post stuff of sexual acts, then you sort of get stuck with that. So when you try to send people over to another post or another Instagram page that you're trying to make strictly business, you don't get the same support because you've already attracted a following of people who are looking for that sexual content. Like with her, they was waiting for her to post stuff when she was at the work at the strip club. That's the stuff they was looking to see posting. So you attract that type of audience. And it's hard to get them to transition into what you really want to do because that's not how they see you. They don't see you as that anymore because they only see the sexual aspect. And they're sitting there fantasizing about him or her and what they want to do. And some people get real creepy trying to figure out where can they meet you? Where can they see you at? When they can shoot their shot. So that's another problem you run into. The more sexual stuff you post, the more creepier people that you're going to come across. Now, let's talk about the mental state, the mindset of a person that when they decide to kind of post something that kind of really, to kind of boost their following, to get more likes, to draw more attention to their social media. You know, I wonder how that person feels when they post that first pic. Let's say like they're twerking or they're shirtless or whatever. You know, they posted that little sexual, it's not like they're actually having sex, but just more of a sexual type pic. How do they feel? Do they feel like, oh, I'm getting a lot of compliments about my butt or my chest or my muscles? Does it make them feel like, feel kind of good? Is it the fact that they may not be getting this type of attention in their personal life, in their relationship? So social media has become a platform to where they can sort of build their confidence because they're sort of insecure in some areas. I mean, because that could be a reason that some people do it. But is it a valid reason? I'm sorry, but I just can't justify that you having to exploit yourself on social media to get people to like and follow you. Because they're not liking and following you because of who you are and what you actually have, your talents and your gifts. They're following you because of your body. They're following you because, like I said earlier in the show, because they got some type of fetish or some type of fantasy that they're creating. So they're waiting to see that next post of what you're going to be wearing. You know, you got people out here with foot fetishes and hand fetishes and stomach fetishes, hair fetishes, lip fetishes, whatever. But when you attract these type of people, you got to realize that you're going to lose some of your audience along the way. And sometimes you're going to lose a lot of your audience because that's the type of material that you have become known for. And it's not always a money-making material. It's not always a money-making idea. As good as it may sound to get these likes and follows, every company, just because you might have 300,000 or 400,000 followers, every company may not see you as a good fit to be a sponsor of your channel or to work with you. I mean, because you're not going to have Disney say, you know what? They got 300,000 followers. Let's see if we can tap into that audience. You know what? Let's see if they'll do a little spot for our next kid movie, Milo. And what are you going to do? Because when they look at your content and they see that you're very sexual, they're not trying to interact with you. Now, you might get some people like Manscaped. Now, Manscaped tends to go for that. So I'm not saying that market is not out there. There are not companies out there that won't work with people who primarily promote sexual content. But I'm saying that you're cutting down your opportunities. Because if I personally, I don't work with I prefer not to be engaged with certain YouTubers or certain podcasters. But like I said, that's not haterism. I can still sit down and talk with you. But business-wise, do I really want to be connected with you? Because your brand may not fit my brand. Because if my brand is all about self-care, relationships, becoming a better person, how can I be on the same show with you, supporting what you do, when what you do sort of go against the values and morals of what I'm trying to say? So it's a conflict. It's a conflict. And it's not saying that you're a bad person. It just means that business-wise, we are not a good fit. And I think that's the problem that we're having, is like people are seeing this is just easy money and they're not thinking about the end results of what could come out of all this. So we have to be mindful of the fact that when you go on social media and you create your social media platforms and you're making sex as your primary marketing tool, don't get mad when your comment section is filled with perverted comments. Don't get mad when you lose certain followers. You cannot get mad because you chose that route. Now, you may see it as an easy way to get likes and follows, and you can say, well, you know what? Well, once I get my audience to a certain number, then I switch over. You run into the same problem as the young lady who I said is a singer. The problem is, once you try to switch over, it's going to be very difficult because now you have that reputation of being this type of person. And oftentimes, people would not take you seriously. They would not take you seriously. I mean, just think about the women and men who have done pornography, the women and men who have done, little sexual things. And then when they try to come out and say, well, actually, I have a college degree and I was a neuroscientist, and you're kind of like, yeah, right. Nobody's going to take them serious. Nobody's going to take them serious. And that's not what you want. You want people to take you serious for the work that you are done. If you are a comedian and you have great comedy skills, develop your comedy. Don't feel like all your comedy has to be sexual. Don't feel like you got to use sex to draw people into what you are doing. Just master it. Educate yourself. Research. Build your knowledge. Because if you think sex is the only way you're going to be able to pull an audience in to grow your likes and follows, eventually you're going to get old. They're going to get tired of you because somebody with a better body is going to start posting, and somebody with a better body than them is going to start posting. And all of a sudden, they're not even paying attention to you anymore, because you may say, I'm just going to be in bikinis and short shorts, or I'm going to be shirtless, showing my legs, my muscles. It's always somebody out there with a better body than you who's going to do a little bit more. And then you're going to look at that and say, well, gang, I guess I got to do that. I guess I got to have little grinding sessions to sort of show that I can compete. So you're not really competing over creating great quality content. You're competing over exploitation of your own body, over sexual fantasies is what you're doing. Creating an illusion in people's minds. That's what you're creating. And in the meanwhile, you're ruining your reputation. We're going to take a break, man, and we're going to be right back with the final thoughts of today's show.
We'll be back with your host, Reggie, on Simply Straight Talk.
All right, Simply Straight Talk family. We want to return the love you have shown us back to you. Reggie will be giving away great prizes during certain Simply Straight Talk podcast shows, so make sure you subscribe and listen to the show for your chance to win. Just imagine being able to take 4 people to the movies, a free night in a hotel, a gift card with cash for a restaurant, or one of our Simply Straight Talk podcast shirts. There will be other prizes as well. For more information, visit our website at www.rmviaging.com and click on Simply Straight Talk Podcast in the menu.
Are you ready for the straight truth? Reggie, what's the final word for today?
Hey, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back. Look, we at the final thoughts of today's show. Listen, like I said, ain't no haterism. I understand that people gonna do what they gonna do. Everybody gotta live their life. I get that. But it damn sure don't mean that I got to agree with it, all right? Because, like I said, I realize that we live in a world of social media. And since a lot of people are making money off social media, and a lot of people are getting 15 minutes of fame off of social media, that people are just really going to different lengths and heights just so they can get that, just so they can be that next social media star. But they don't care about the outcome. They don't care about how it makes them look. They don't care about their reputation. It's like, if I build a sexual empire, and yes, if people look at me and see me that way, I say, well, at least I'm an influencer, or at least I make this much money, but where's your self-worth, your self-pride, your value? Now, I'm not talking to people who, if that's you, that's what you want to do, that's fine. But for those of you who started out and you really have great content, like you really are a good speaker and you really do care about people's well-being, you are a great comedian, you're a great singer, or if you got a business that you're trying to sell a product, make your product the star of your business. It should not be your body. Sell a great quality product. Show people that you got a great voice. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you have to understand that when you start to post sexual photos on your social media, you are going to get more likes. You are going to get more follows. But are those people really buying into who you are and what you're trying to offer? Now, if you're trying to offer that, that's one thing. If you're trying to wiggle your way into the pornography business, that's one thing, But I see people who say, like, even if you want to do modeling, you don't have to be naked to model. I understand there are some models that do that, but modeling is an art. There's a classy, elegant way that they do it. It's not people out here just fully exposing themselves and saying that they want to be a model. Go to some modeling classes. Go to a professional photographer and take some real photos and understand how it's done. But don't think just because you get more sexual and you're bending over and spreading your cheeks and doing all this type of stuff that you're going to be the next top model. If you want to be a model, go about it the right way. Go about it the right way. Get some great headshots. Show yourself in different clothes, looking elegant, looking classy, sporty. Do it. But do it in a way that when people look at you, they say, yeah, I would like for her to model my product. I would like for her to model my t-shirts or to model my dresses or to model my shoes. But don't just be out here posing, doing all this sexual crap. And the only thing it's doing is attracting perverts to you. And then you come back and post stuff about how men are crap or how women are just this. No. You set the stage. Now, I'm not authorizing or condoning any type of behavioral inappropriateness or bullying or any type of sexual misconduct. I'm not condoning that at all. And I definitely don't condone anybody finding somebody and trying to assault them in any way. No. But I'm saying that value yourself and your talents. That when you do go for what you believe in is your real talent, then make your talent the forefront. Save your body for your husband, your girlfriend, your wife, your boyfriend. Save it for that so that the whole world can't say, oh, yeah, I seen that now. I know what you got, brother, because trust me, men do talk and women do too. But, it may take longer, but at least you're building an audience that you know is about your true brand and not about sexual content. So build an audience that's going to actually bring in some value and even monetary value that is long term. And don't try to focus on this quick turnaround of likes and follows by being just sexual just because you feel like this will help you grow or draw attention to you. Because all attention is not good attention. And I wanted to do this show because I see a lot of people doing the whole sexual thing. And seriously, especially for our younger generation. And there was one lady, she's a trucker. And I really love how she used to talk and educate about trucking. And I really loved it. But even her stuff is gone to just, she's get with more of the twerking and sexual stuff. I'm like, wow. Just the things people do for likes and follows, man, and to go viral. I just ask you to please consider and value yourself and think about who you are. Take time to build something that's going to be long term, that you won't look back on years from now and be like, what the hell was I thinking? Or you don't go to some restaurant and have creepy people trying to talk to you or creepy people showing your picture. You know what I'm saying? Or especially if you got kids, you don't want everybody where, people even like today with technology, like your kid come home, hey, mom, somebody got a picture of you naked. Somebody got a picture of you doing this, doing that. Or dad, somebody got a picture of you like this, like that. You don't want that. It's embarrassing to them and it should be embarrassing to you. Be an example. And stop putting y'all damn kids in these little perverted videos. Please. All right, man. Look, we done for the day. All right. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody checking out the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave your comments. And don't forget, go to the website, man. Drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts about today's show, any of the other shows. Yes, Angelique and Melissa are still here. Okay. Just been some things going on, some scheduling things and some other things. But yeah, they are doing good. Angelique is doing good. You guys asked about the post she posts. Yes, her mother passed away. She posted that, so I can say that. So some of you guys saw that. I saw the comments on that, but like I said, I don't comment on that because that's her personal business. But she is doing good. So, yeah, and Melissa is doing great as well. I know y'all asked about her. You say you haven't heard from her all season. I know. I got a message from her like a day ago. Well, it'll be like 3 days by the time y'all get this this show. But yeah, so I have heard from Melissa. We all have been talking. So everybody is doing good. We are living our lives. And like I said, we tight, man. So we always check in on each other and crack on each other. So it's all good. You know what I'm saying? So yes, we're going to try to work something out to get everybody back so y'all can hear from everybody. And you can hear from the ladies themselves. And I don't have to speak for them. All right. Hey, thanks for the love and support. Peace. We out for the day.
That's it for this week's episode of the Simply Straight Talk podcast. Be sure to sign up to our email list at simplystraighttalk.com and follow us in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss our next episode. Wishing you a wonderful day from the Simply Straight Talk crew.
Simply Straight Talk with your host Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, all right here. Oh, Simply Simply straight talk.